So good afternoon everybody. As you can see, all the cows are in the shed. I'm sorry I haven't done a video recently. The last one I think was just before Christmas. Christmas is all done with now. I think we are the 8th or the 9th of Jan. I can't remember, one of them two. It's Sunday. Cows are all in the shed. I ain't done a video for the cows for a little while. These are our steers and heifers. It's been quite a busy week last week. We had our TB testing last week, so they came Monday, which was the 4th I believe. They came and gave the injection. They actually all went in very nicely. All the cows just walked straight through, and yeah, it just went perfect. They all went through. The vet came back on Thursday and checked them all, and they were all clear, which was very good. This one coming towards me now, looking at me now, that's Angelina. Most of our cows have got names. I can tell you most of them. That one's Angelina there. That one's Violet next to her, looking at us. You've got, I think she's Buttercup, that Limmy. That Hereford sitting there that's looking at us now, that's Lulu. You've got Patsy, and then mine, the Sementile over at the back there, that's Curly. But yeah, they've all got names. We love our cows, and I'm very glad that it all went through fine. This one here, Lily or Lauren, as you can see there's some feet underneath, little feet. We had a calf, that was just before Christmas, she had her. She was the last one from 2020 to calve. She just must have been a bit late. I think she's actually the one from the year before where I done the video on the prolapse, so that might be a reason why she was a bit later than the rest of them. But so we've got all the heifers and steers here. They'll be coming off their mums in the next month, so that they've got a bit of a break before they start calving again. In here we've actually got the tups at the moment. You smiling, Leo? Hey, they're all on their own at the moment. We've got these two tups. This is Leo, the one we kept back. He had a foot rot in the summer, didn't you, mate? And I think it's getting a bit sore again, so I'm going to sort that out this afternoon. Then there's our other tup that we brought off of Kenny. There's another Suffolk, lovely boy ears, lovely markings, lovely shape, size, perfect, lovely stocky legs. We do like our Suffolk tups. So he's half Suffolk cross really. So his dad was full Suffolk and his mum was like a continental cross Suffolk type ewe. So yeah, so he's yeah, pretty much Suffolk. Last couple of days of December, well, this is a shed we're lambing in this year actually. I know we said that we were building our shed at the end of the straw barn. We didn't get it done in time, so sort of left that for the moment. We've got all the drills bored out to put the posts in, and yeah, we're going to sort it out sort of in between lambing. But we've already had one new lamb. She was early. She actually had twins, but one of them, I think we had smaller pens. We actually went to Mole Valley and brought some little 4-foot hurdles to make pens. Them ones are still 4 foots, but I need to make them bigger yet. But what we decided to do is do the 4 foots down the side and then use the 5 foots and the 6 foots for front and back, so they've got a bit more room. She's one of the new Suffolk ewes. She's a lovely ewe, and she had a bit of twin lamb. We found her one morning just sitting there shaking away like typical twin lamb disease. So and then the next day she popped these two out. Well, this one out and another one. As you can see, he's bouncing about now. He's been in here. It's been pretty cold the last couple of weeks, so he's been in here a little bit longer than he really should be. But the first ones always do tend to stay in here longer. We sort of like to get them going. But today or tomorrow, what I will do, these are the ewes. What we'll do is separate this, sort of probably put a bit in the far corner over there, just for the first couple of ewe lambs, and then slowly expand it for when we get more that have lambed. But we have lambed in the shed in the past, which if some of you know already. But they're all getting very big bags. Been expecting quite a few of them to be lambing in the past couple of days. I was thinking I'm going to wake up one night, or sort of come out one night and wake up one morning and we'll have a couple of ewes that have lambed, but they just don't seem to be popping them out yet. With putting the tups in, we should be the tups were put in on the 7th of August, so they should start lambing on the 7th of Jan. Well, the 7th of Jan was last Thursday or something like that, so they should be going anytime soon. So I'll probably do another video once we start lambing and show you how it's getting on this way. But yeah, I'm sorry I haven't done many videos recently. The last week has been absolutely manic, and the week just before Christmas was as well. As I've still got to do them giveaway gifts. I'm sorry it's taken me so long. With coronavirus, we in Bedfordshire went from a tier 2 all of a sudden up to a tier 3, and then the next day up to a tier 4. So that was the weekend before Christmas, and sort of everything was shut down, and I didn't fancy really going out much, so I haven't done them giveaways yet. But don't worry, I haven't forgotten about you. It's Archie, and I'm trying to remember the other name off the top of my head, but I can't remember who else it was on Instagram who won the mug. Don't worry, I haven't forgotten. It has just been pretty manic. The week before we had to quickly rush the sheep into here and get set up here. There used to be 3 concrete panels there. We took them out for lambing, so we done that about 2 days before Christmas. So yeah, it's a bit sort of a rush to get it all set up. And then yeah, this last week, so it's the second week after Christmas, we've actually been having a job moving some trees for a company down the road that we know of. They've got some trees that they wanted moving from over Cambridge way over to their yard, not far from us, about 10 minutes away from us. So we've been doing that the past week. It's been a bit of an interesting job. It's been a bit tight at the place we're at, but the second we've done, sort of almost finished at the first place where it's tight and pretty wet and sticky, and we'll be moving up to the second site, which is a lot nicer. It's all grass and doesn't look like we're going to be churning it up so much, so that'll be hopefully a bit easier. That'll be the end of next week. We'll start doing that. They've got to get the trees out the ground now and sort of get them all root balled up and everything and taped up and that, ready to go on trailers. So that'll be sort of end of next week. I'm just looking at that ewe over in the far corner. She's looking a bit, I think that is actually Tic Tac, one of the first lot, our first original 20. She's looking a bit, she was very bagged up the last couple of days. She's been the ones I've been watching. So yeah, she might go today. Over there in the far corner there, the white-faced ewe. So hopefully she shouldn't have any trouble, because this will be her 6th lambing. So it should be all nice and easy for her. But we've got all our new Suffolk ewes and some of them white-faced texturally crossed ewes. So we're happy with them. They're coming on nice. A lot of them you can see, like this one just standing in front of us here. She is pretty big and round. We didn't get them scanned this year because it was such a sort of, we just ran out of time really. So we didn't get them scanned this year. We were hoping to, but I think it's going to have to be something that we're going to have to look into now, because more and more important knowing what's got what. So yeah, so that's the sheep for now. That's everything. I need to fill their hay ring up and yeah, sort of pen out for that lamb. But something else that I've been doing, this weekend I've been doing, is my Defender. The last couple of weeks, well, probably about a month now, my steering, what happens is if I come up to a roundabout on the A1 or whatever, and I put my foot on the brake pedal starts to judder, and sort of steering is in the same pattern, sort of rhythm, as the brake pedal. So I presumed that it was warped discs. So I've brought a set of front discs for it. However, just turning the light on so you can hopefully see a little bit better. So, however, they don't look bad at all, to be honest, but they're a little bit low, but I thought I might as well change them anyway. Pads didn't seem that bad to me, but yeah, I sort of done that to check them, and I thought they can't be that causing that much of an issue with the sort of the steering juddering like it was, because it was pretty bad really. But I don't know if you can see, but what I did is I stood here and asked Chloe to do the brake pedal, and you can see the top piston is actually moving a lot more than what the bottom piston is. So I'm going to need to order a set of calipers for it, as well as, I'm sorry it's a bit grubby inside, like underneath and that in the wheel arch. I'm about to put the wheels, put the pads back in and do up all the bolts and put the wheel back on, because I'm not going to be able to get them for a few weeks, so I can't leave it sitting in here. I haven't got my Ranger at the moment, that's got an engine fault. But for Christmas, well, for my birthday, I got two Raptor 4x4 bucket seats that Chloe got me for my birthday. I've managed to fit both of them in now. I only had the one fitted for a while, but now I've got the second one fitted. But the original steering wheel was made it a bit tight in there because it was such a big steering wheel. But now I've got this Momo steering wheel in. It's got Optimil Boss on it, and it's quick release, so I can take the steering wheel off and get in easier. And sort of eventually, when I got the money, I'll get an Optimil steering lock as well, so make it even better. But it just makes so much more room. I feel like I've got quite big legs. I'm not the smallest of people, and yeah, so it is pretty. Defender is pretty tight for me. But having the steering wheel, having the bucket seats actually has made a big difference. Has made it a lot more comfortable to drive. So I'm glad I've done that. Otherwise I was gonna it was very uncomfortable, and sort of anywhere after about 15-20 minute drive, it was starting to get a bit uncomfortable for me. So that has made a huge difference, and I'm real happy with that. But yeah, so I've got to do that. I have a feeling my turbo's not kicking in as well as it should be, so I've ordered a turbo cartridge, and well, I haven't ordered one. I'm going to order one when I've got the money, and yeah, I will soon be putting a new turbo cartridge in it, into the standard turbo again. And yeah, so after that I'll get an EGR blank, and I will be hopefully remapping it in the next couple of months. I've had it so long now. I've had it just over 5 years now, so I haven't done a huge amount to it in the time I've had it. I'll probably do a little bit of a walk round on it, but yeah, since I've had it, I've put snorkel on it, bigger tyres, wheel spacers on it, the bumper, steering guard, and I think that is about it really. They've put the LED side markers and indicators on, because the old ones went all crap, and the connections and that went dodgy. So rather than buying a set of standard halogen ones, I think it was an extra 20-30 quid for LED ones, so I brought LED ones. I did buy a set of LED headlights for it as well. They were like these fly eye ones, so they had sort of a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 sort of separate bulbs. But I paid £100 for them at the 4x4 Land Rover show at Peterborough. I fitted them all, had to get new rings because the old ones had all corroded, like a common thing with it. And had its MOT about a month later, and I asked them if they could sort of line them up for me, because I thought that they weren't great. They're nice and bright, but rather than the pack, because for an MOT, for it to pass, it has to be a sort of dead sort of line which they adjust to the height that it needs to be. Where this, every single bulb was sort of putting light here, there and everywhere, and I was actually, even on low beam, I was blinding lorries, but I wasn't blinding cars. So I took them out and put the original ones back in, but I've got the new rims, you can sort of just see them in there. So it's got the new that holds the headlight in. So yeah, I'll probably be looking at getting some LED ones. I've seen a lot of people with the halo ones. I don't know if I like the halo ones or not. I might just get the same as them, but rather than it being the halogen light, sort of more of an LED light. But yeah, so that's everything on my Defender and sort of everything that's been going on the last week and a bit. So yeah, I'm sorry I haven't done a video sooner. As you can see, the sort of grain store is pretty much full of balers, combines, tractors, everything. Chaser full of string. Our yard is absolutely completely empty now. We've got a little bit of straw. This whole yard's empty and the whole top field's empty as well. So we've got no straw at all. Even the wet top bales from last year have gone to a pig farmer up north. I don't know whether Dad's spoken about that in a video, but they're giving us a pretty good price for that. I also can't believe what they're actually taking. So yeah, it's been a sort of, all the straw's gone, and actually we're not going to be short for ourselves, but we can't really give any more away, and we're going to have to ration what we've got out a little bit anyway. So we've got plenty of silage, but just not much straw. So yeah, we're sort of a bit not concerned, but it's a shame years were so bad, but if it wasn't such a bad year, the price wouldn't be so good. So it is what it is. So yeah, but I think that's about everything I can talk about for the moment. I'm going to stick all that back together so I can give it a good old wash down, and I'll probably sit there and wait until I can order the calipers and sort that out. I should hopefully be getting my Ranger back next week. It's got an engine fault and tyre pressure fault, so that's being sorted at the moment. So yeah, I think that is about everything to talk about, and I hope everyone's had a good Christmas and a good New Year. And everything's sort of gone back to normal now, back to work for us. I know a lot of farmers are still back at work, but everyone else is sort of still on lockdown, and hopefully it won't last for too long, and I hope everyone's keeping safe and keeping well, and I will see you on the next video. Thank you very much for watching.